About 3 years ago, there was a rumor circulating around the GTA Online community of a police update that was ultimately scrapped by Rockstar due to allegedly real-world events. The tragic death of George Floyd at the hands of a police officer who's now serving time in prison for that crime, as well as the police riots that followed in 2020. So Rockstar felt like it was probably in very bad taste to release a police-themed update in light of real-world events happening in America. But there has been police content from that update being slowly dripped out to GTA Online ever since. I think that in the previous update, there was the release of the stun gun, which is obviously a non-lethal police weapon. Another non-lethal police weapon has also been recently released, the nightstick, along with several police vehicles that players can now own, courtesy of the Chop Shop update. There is some caveats to the police vehicles. First off, they are unsellable. So if you buy them, they're yours to keep. You cannot sell them back. And there are two different prices, just like with a lot of these vehicles. But the big difference is, if you want the buy it now price, you actually have to do something in the game to get the buy it now price because it's actually locked. It's not too difficult. All you got to do is piss off the cops, get a 3-star wanted level for about 5+ minutes, then escape without calling Lester. Once you do that, which is pretty easy to do, go down into the tunnels underneath the city of Los Santos or go up into the hills and evade police helicopters until you lose the wanted level without Lester once again. Then you get the buy it now price for these vehicles. However, if you want the trade price, then you have to also acquire the Chop Shop and do the Maggio gangbang robbery mission. So that's the only way that you can get not only the buy it now price, but also the trade price for these police vehicles, which currently include the Police Brute Riot. This van is a Pegasus vehicle only, which means you cannot customize it. You cannot store it in your garage. It's Pegasus only. So I don't think that most people are going to bother with the Brute Police Riot unless people want it. But once again, it's a Pegasus vehicle. The price range is $3.6 million to $4.8 million. The newest vehicle is the Stanier LE Cruiser. Now, this looks like one of your standard police cars, but it's actually a new vehicle with a lot of customization to it. So the LE Cruiser is going to cost you between $3.5 million and $4.6 million. But once again, it has a lot of options to it and a lot of different police skins for you to choose from. LSPD skins, as well as sheriff skins, state trooper, highway patrol skins. There's also some of my favorites, which include a Paleto Bay police skin, a Grapeseed police skin, so you can role play as a police officer in Paleto Bay or a Grapeseed. The third vehicle that is currently available in the police emergency services category is the one I'm driving right now, the Unmarked Cruiser. It doesn't have as much customization as the LE Cruiser, but I still like it. You could use it as a detective or an FIB IAA agent if you want to role play in that way. The price tag for the Unmarked Cruiser is between $2.9 million to $3.9 million. It's the cheapest police car, but there is a fourth police car that will be drip fed out eventually. That is the most expensive of the current police vehicles, which will be the Gauntlet Interceptor. It's actually teased in the GTA 6 trailer. You briefly see it, but it's going to cost you $4 million to $5.4 million for the Gauntlet Interceptor. Once again, all these vehicles are unsellable. So if you buy the Gauntlet Interceptor when it comes out, or the Unmarked Cruiser, the LE Cruiser, or the Police Riot van, you cannot sell them back. So buyer beware. But with everything that's being slowly but surely drip fed into GT Online revolving around police, law enforcement, I really hope that we see some RP vigilante type missions added to GTA Online. We already have RP missions for taxi work for people who want to be taxi drivers. Most recently, with the Chop Shop update, you can RP as a tow truck driver along with your salvage yard business. So I feel like that we are eventually going to get police vigilante RP style missions to go with these police vehicles. Hopefully. Especially since we already have two of the non-lethal police weapons, the stun gun as well as the nightstick, both available currently at the gun van FYI. So the next thing that hopefully might happen is Rockstar finally allowing us to either purchase or acquire police uniforms. For the longest time, Rockstar has tried to stop us from getting police uniforms, from the heist update to Hasta La Vista, one of the earliest adversary modes that allowed players to get the police uniform until Rockstar took them away from us. But perhaps now Rockstar is going to allow us to legitimately acquire police uniforms, whether it's through unlocking them or purchasing them. So some of the police uniforms I would like to see include, the standard LSPD uniforms, the Noosh uniforms, as well as Sheriff's Deputy uniforms, San Andreas Highway Patrol uniforms. Actually, you can legitimately get FIB outfits, like the jacket with the FIB badge. You just gotta save it really quick once you use it. But once again, I hope that there's going to be eventually legitimate ways to get these different outfits. But there are FIB uniforms where you have the FIB jackets, so maybe you can get that too eventually. But anyways, I hope that along with these various uniforms for players to acquire, that we actually get some police vigilante RP style missions in GTA Online. I don't think that any of them are going to be PvP. They'll probably be PvE oriented, but there's definitely a variety that they could choose from, and they could go all the way back to previous GTAs where there were vigilante missions. A simple one is arrest or kill enemy NPCs or criminal NPCs. We already have something like that in GTA Online. There are dynamics that will pop up where an NPC is robbing a convenience store, and you can go after them. You can kill them, and you can either return the money to the shopkeep, or you can keep the money and risk wanted level. So I guess more of those style missions when you're RPing as a police officer. But the difference is you actually have to be good cop, and you have to either arrest the suspect or kill the suspect. And I think that there should be bonus rewards if you take them in alive. So that's why you would have a stun gun or a nightstick. So you could apprehend the subject and put them back in your police car and take them to the nearest police station. And then you get additional RP and cash. And maybe it allows you to unlock other uniforms and whatnot. So the next RP mission I would like to see, because I want a variety. I don't want it to be the same thing over and over again. So I like variety when it comes to Vigilante RP, is high-speed pursuit, because that's something that a lot of police officers have to do, especially in LA. If you watch some of the police chase live streams that the news outlets do in California, that seems to be like a regular thing these days on YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, you would just go after a suspect. You'd have to disable their vehicle, maybe shoot out their tire, or you damage them with your police cruiser enough to where the suspect's vehicle is forced to pull over. And then you can, once again, either arrest them or kill them. But it's encouraged for the player to actually arrest the suspect and take them to the nearest police or sheriff station for additional RP and cash payouts. And maybe even to, once again, unlock an additional uniform. The next one is helping out police with shootouts. This dynamic already exists in GTA 5 story mode and could be ported over to GTA Online, like with similar things they have ported over. Occasionally, as you're driving around as Michael, Franklin, or Trevor, you will see police shootouts, and you have the ability to help the police by killing the suspects, or helping the suspects by killing the police, and then you get a cut of the payout. But in this regard, obviously, if you're RPing as a police officer, then you're going to be helping the police with the shootouts against the suspects. So that could be something that would pop up as you're doing RP missions. You drive to a location like a mall or a motel, and you help the police, stop a armed suspect in a shootout. The next one I came up with is a prisoner transport, where you are tasked with transporting a prisoner from point A to point B. Maybe you're taking a dangerous prisoner to Bolingbroke, and you have to make sure that the prisoner gets there from point A to point B without somebody trying to break them out. So that's something else that would be an interesting vigilante-style mission. And I'm sure there's a few more cool ideas that you might come up with for Vigilante RP missions in this hypothetical RP mode for GTA Online if Rockstar ends up giving us the ability to RP as a police officer. Some future vehicles I would like them to eventually add to Warstock for us to also purchase to keep players' interest in law enforcement and RPing as a cop include the police stinger from GTA 4. A lot of people would love to see the police stinger added to GTA Online, as well as the Buffalo Police Cruiser. My own personal favorite, the FIB Buffalo, which I really, really wish we had in the game. That's something I've been wanting for a very long time now. My own personal FIB Buffalo. I love driving around the FIB Buffalo back in GTA 4. And I guess right now the best alternative I have to that is, well, the unmarked cruiser that I'm currently driving. But I still would very much like my own FIB Buffalo. But they could do a step better, and they could actually give us an updated version of both vehicles with the Buffalo STX. They could simply just give us a police variant of the Buffalo STX or an FIB version, once again, of the Buffalo STX. That would be perfectly fine by me. Players also would like the FIB Granger along with the police transporter van. A few agency vehicles that could also be great police cars. The Greenwood, it definitely has an old school police car look to it, so it would make sense to make a police variant of the Greenwood, as well as a new vehicle, the Illusion. It's a cool looking SUV, and you see a lot more SUV police cars these days in the States, so I wouldn't mind seeing the Greenwood and Illusion have police variants as well. And the police bike, which is also in GTA Online. There are a few missions, I think, where you have to acquire the police bike for a mission or two. Why not give the players the ability to purchase and own their very own police bike? So there you go. My ideas regarding a hypothetical police vigilante RP mode and some things that they've already peppered in the game, courtesy of a scrapped cop DLC that would add to the RP elements growing in GTA Online. Once again, we got some taxi cabs that we can use for the taxi work. We have the tow truck for tow truck RP. So the next logical step for Rockstar to go with this whole RP angle on the vanilla GTA Online for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC is to give us police vigilante RP mode for players that wish to roleplay as a cop. So what would you like to see added as future police vehicles, uniforms, different types of vigilante modes? Thoughts, views, opinions, as always, welcome below in the comments section.